Hey, what's up, everybody? Time for a health kind of video, testosterone update, and questions because I see some people actually do use testosterone. Now, the update is going to be no, I have still not started. I know I've had a lot of testosterone problems throughout my life, basically now, and my health has been getting so bad, especially after long COVID a couple years ago, almost exactly now that I basically was like, okay, I got to at least, I'm just going to fill up the prescription because I'm so fucking fatigued, right? I got to do something. But I still haven't taken it. And the questions is one of the reasons is I've always said, I'm afraid it's going to make me lose my hair. And speaking of the long COVID, if you can see my hair it was about 2 years ago when I went to Turkey. I got that really bad food poisoning, got a really bad infection, ended up in the hospital, had to come back to America kind of thing. End up getting long COVID, right? And ever since I've had long COVID, my hair has been pretty shit. But about 2 years, finally, I feel like my hair is finally starting to sort of stop falling out. So I'm definitely afraid about my hair coming out because I don't know, that's something that worries me, right? Probably like most people. Now I'm gonna be playing with my hair the entire fucking video, right? But besides that too, something I didn't know, and again, I know some people actually take testosterone that they've actually come to my channel. Has anyone dealt with like bloating in their face getting fatter? So I mean, because filling this up and I was looking at it, and this is something I didn't realize. I guess some people actually, I had assumed that it was people that actually aren't taking like TRT doses. They actually get like a fat face. I assumed that was just that was like steroid user people, but some people actually get so bloated just from like a TRT dose. Although I guess it's kind of rare, and a lot of times it might only be when you have like more estrogen. But I've actually had estrogen problems. I've had so many hormone problems from like my health stuff, and it's more so if you're doing the peaks and valley thing. But again, if you've looked at my story, I've been able to raise my total testosterone throughout the years, but it's the free testosterone that I haven't been able to raise. And because I have that sex hormone binding goblin problem as well. And so that would also mean you're more likely to want to take a bigger dose at once to lower it, apparently. But because you're doing that, you're going to have the hills and valleys, and you're more likely to get bloated and have more DHT and hair loss. And I don't know. Like I said, I'm not. I'm trying to stay young. I don't want like a fatter face. I already get bloated, right? And I mean, I could tell like an anecdotal story. Right? I'm still surprised. Like I said, I'm an old man. I had my birthday recently, dude, and I still get young girls come up to me and flirt with me. Now, I think like most guys, that's pretty cool. Most guys probably like younger girls. It's fucking cool. I like it. Not totally against it. But, I'm not trying to get older face or something like that. I've been trying to keep myself young. A funny story. Recently, it was actually just a Sunday. A couple girls were like sitting down or whatever, and I saw them. They were like staring at me pretty hard, dude, right? And so I kind of just gave them like a quick little nod, smile back, and they had a pretty funny pickup line. And they came up to me and they're like, "Have you ever?" Did they say, "Do you ride horses, or have you ever ridden a horse?" And I was like, "No, why?" And they're like, "Yeah, we're thinking about riding a horse and learning how to right now." And I was like, okay. Now, let me just say, not the hottest girls I've ever seen, but the point is, the fact that I could have a couple of teenage girls come up to me and give me that cheesy of a pickup line, I was like, I appreciate the compliment. I don't remember what I said. I was like, have fun, guys. Thank you very much. I said something like that. Not the hottest girls, unfortunately, but I mean, I still, I'm still shocked that at my age, girls still think that I'm young. Girls stop me. It's not. It's a pretty common occurrence, and as you've seen, I get stopped, asked for my autograph. It's not actually that rare, but thinking about that, I do worry, and that's a question because I've just been so tired ever since I got this long COVID. It was like the nail in the coffin. said even when I was in Japan at the end of last year, that was one of the reasons. Like I got to do something because um, I basically spent 6 weeks. I barely did jack shit in Japan. Like even going for walks is just that fatiguing. And of course, I have a lot of health problems, right? Not just testosterone stuff, but it's kind of like, oh man, I got to fill this up because what am I doing? And so it's been 6 months I've had this, and I don't know. I mean, if you take testosterone, let me know in your comments. Have you dealt with bloating? You know, um, have you dealt with hair loss? All that kind of stuff. I'm worried about the bloating. I didn't realize the bloating was a thing, even on like a TRT dose, and especially because it's probably going to be, if I were to take this, from what I understand, I would be the one kind of guy that actually does want to take a big dose. I think normally when I look at the TRT space nowadays, it's normally you see, kind of more dosages, the better, right? To keep a more steady state, so to speak. But I would be the one kind of person that would probably be prone to wanting to take a big dose because of my sex hormone binding goblin. But because of that, I'd have more fluctuations, more prone to actually this bloating. Like I already get bloated from health stuff, right? So that's I didn't realize that, and I guess some people say there is a difference between cypionate and enanthate. Is that the correct thing? Right? Not a steroid expert, but I don't know. I keep talking myself out of it. Basically, I'm worried, but I'm just so fucking fatigued. Like I said, I actually filled it up. I do know my doctors. I was able to get, if I want to take it, I can get HCG for a month's supply for only, I think it was like $100 only. But that's still, I can't afford an extra $100 a month of anything. I'm not financially doing well with my health and everything with how much stuff costs. So, I do have an OnlyFans. If any of you no homo people, I do have a OnlyFans, right? Or girls, yeah, sure. The girls can get on it too, right? Obviously, help support the channel. Help support. I can't even fucking afford the fucking oxygen, right? When I'm getting this, I've had some bad cluster headaches recently, So I don't know. I keep talking myself out of it. I'm just worried, and of course, But the HCG, I guess I was able to get like a cheaper price if I do try to take that, but and I also saw as well that I've had high cortisol recently, and also my creatine has been high. So I don't know if all this autoimmune stuff, that my kidneys are being damaged or the adrenal gland. God, I should have been dead so long ago now, but it's hard to say. I know I've been trying to. I think I'm going to file a complaint about this one endocrinologist too, because she's just been, oh, do the test again. Do this test. Do this test. Oh, yeah. The test is abnormal, but I'm not going to do anything for it. Okay, yeah, we'll check your cortisol. Oh, yeah, your cortisol's high. Oh, well, I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, yeah, your creatine is high. Oh, yeah. And I'm just like, okay, every fucking test I do, it's just the absolute nonsense of the medical system. And it's like, the thing is, I even fucking told the bitch, right? I'm just going to say bitch because, it's like, yo, listen, dude. I'm just trying to get help. I know that, I know you're not going to try to incriminate U of M. I don't want to get into all the, radiation kind of stuff. Did the radiation give me all these autoimmune diseases? Did all this radiation fuck up my liver, all this kind of stuff? I know you're not going to want to talk about that. But let's just focus on all these tests are positive. They're abnormal. What can I do? And, oh, well, let's do the test again. Test is positive. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to do anything even though the test is positive. It's just like, okay, fuck you. Right? It's just incredible, the kind of bullshit that I have to go through. But, I showed the messages. It's like, bro, come on, dude. The free testosterone is that of like an 80-year-old man. Sex hormone guy, binding goblin, 80, 90-year-old man. Come on, man. So anyway, I guess this was a update. I still haven't taken it because I just keep talking myself out of it. I'm just worried. I mean, I would love to have a higher libido, right? You know what I mean? I've been trying to take the Tomcat Ali again. And like I said, I feel sort of more sexually conscious when I take it, but that sort of drive and the fatigue, it does nothing for. And when I say sexually conscious, it's not like I'm actually super horny. so to speak. But I always say maybe that's one of those weird things that, who knows? Maybe if I was super fucking horny, there'd be a lot of little baby Claytons around. The fact that, I don't know. I'm just worried about the hair, worried about like bloating, acne. I already get bloated and everything from all this stuff. And who knows what's going on with like, my kidneys more so now. But maybe it's this fucking, my cortisol's high. I mean, I don't know. I keep talking myself out of it. And it's like one of those things too, like psychologically, I go out and it's crazy that, I still have people think that, depending, I don't know how old I look now. How old do I look now? Leave it in the comments. I'm old. Whatever the fuck, But it's still crazy. Like if I get, shave correctly, put enough moisturizer on, keep my eyes open so I don't fucking fall asleep. Right. I still have some girls think I'm in my 20s, like early 20s even. Like a few months ago, I remember I was just sitting down and this girl, again, like teenage girls, man, like I should be so lucky. Like I feel, it feels lucky, but not that, you really can take advantage of it because you're just like, most of the time you just don't give a fuck. Like low testosterone kind of makes you ambivalent to it. So you're just kind of like, how do you think I'm in my fucking 20s? Like seriously? Like I appreciate it. Thank you. Like, like these girls recently, not that they were, these girls recently weren't that good looking, to be honest with you. I can't really, cap with you and tell you they were like model girls, but it was still kind of funny. But then again, but I've had very attractive girls spill their spaghetti in front of me too. So, but I worry, is it gonna make me look older? Some people are like, oh, I look older. I'm trying to look young, right? I mean, I don't know. I'm doing what I can. I'm keeping myself healthy as I can. So yeah, long-winded thing. Have you taken testosterone? How was your hair? Did you get bloated? I didn't realize that people on TRT doses actually can get bloated. I didn't realize that. I guess it's in the rarity, and it's more so generally just when you start, or if you're doing someone that is taking the bigger doses, which is something I probably have to do because of my sex hormone binding goblin. And then I've already had to take, a Arimidex before because hormone stuff, my estrogen went crazy. But I don't know. I'm getting worried. My hair is finally starting to grow back a little bit after long COVID 2 years ago. I keep talking myself out of it. Tell me a positive story. Do you have a positive story to share? Do you want to go on my OnlyFans? Do you want to support me? You can see me naked there. Okay. Anyway, remember if you like the videos, like, subscribe, comment, share. Support the channel if you want. I appreciate it. Thanks.